So we have a lot of polls coming out this morning showing that Trump's up by a point or two across swing states. Trafalgar, I know Rasmussen. You're saying that Kamala Harris, do not be shocked when Kamala Harris winds up a week from now after the debate at where Biden was. Where you're looking at 5 and 10 point gaps in swing states. Can you talk us through that?
I think that Kamala could do better in national polling and even in the national vote than Biden was gearing up to do, because there are just certain really deep blue areas where she's going to, it's not a core walking corpse anymore. So they're going to get off their couch and they're going to vote, or they're going to mail in a ballot. However, that still will not help her with the voters that Biden was suffering with in like the northern Midwest and the Sun Belt states. They thought when they got in this race that their path would be through the Sun Belt and then plucking off, of course, what they thought at the time. Pennsylvania would be the easiest, but they even know in their own polling, she's down in Pennsylvania. And I'm going to blow the lid off of it. I mean, if I'm wrong, Kamala, you can release your poll right now and you can put it out on Twitter and show everybody that you're up in your polling, but that's not the case. So you can't do that, right? So you would drop it and it would say what? Trump plus almost 2, right? Because just saw it. So anyway, basically I'm telling you, they know this. And, there's like an environment that was giving her, it's like a high, and the response bias bloated her numbers. And when this dust settles, I mean, she could have a great debate performance, Benny, but the truth is debates don't really have a tremendous impact. There are 2 that will be added to the history books where they did. One was Ronald Reagan, of course, in his single debate against Jimmy Carter. And that's something like people like me and Sophologists talk about all the time. But the other one is going to be Joe Biden, just having a complete mental breakdown on TV because it was an Emperor Has No Clothes moment. Look at the interview she did with Dana, whatever, Bash from CNN. If they taped almost an hour worth of footage, you're in this business. If they taped almost an hour worth of footage, all right, and they're only going to release 30 something minutes, and those 30 something minutes are awful because they are. They and Democrats really felt like in order to stop what I'm saying from happening in a couple of weeks, she needed to knock out CNN interview. She didn't put it up. How bad is the rest of that interview if that's the section we got, Benny? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that for a second. How bad is it?
Release the tapes. Release the tapes.
Yeah. So that makes my confidence level a lot less that she's going to go out there and knock this out of the park when it comes to the debate. She would need something. Even Biden was considered to have done significantly better. But what happened in the post-Labor Day environment? Trump just kept closing and closing. He's a very strong closer. I mean, yes, past his prologue, but it doesn't necessarily it doesn't guarantee that, past will be prologue. But damn, I mean, if you're the Democratic nominee, do you not want to be 10 points ahead of Donald Trump right now? You know how this goes. You know how this closes. By mid-September, your lead is fading. By October, you got your push polls and your Biden plus 17s that are trying to still give people something to snort up their nose, right, to keep them going another couple of weeks. But it doesn't happen. And then come Election Day, this huge swarm of people will come to the polls, crawling across broken glass. They'll walk over the hot lava just to get to the damn voting booth to vote for this guy. So, that's what I'm telling you is going to happen in a couple weeks. Mark my words.